We are playing the Jack the Ripper DLC in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Let's go. Because recently he's been identified. So let's jump into the game and see if he's identified in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Let's go.
For 20 years, after the assassins defeated the Templars in London,
Okay.
the city enjoyed a certain peace. Until the Autumn of Terror.
Woo.
In 1888, London is plunged into shadow and fear by a
Right.
series of gruesome and unsolvable murders.
Unsolvable?
The brothels of Whitechapel seem warm and safe by comparison to its streets, where prostitutes are being mutilated and left on grotesque display for the world to ogle. Jacob Frye hunts the elusive killer to bring an end to the terror of Jack the Ripper.
Let's see if we can identify him in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Alright, Jacob, we got work to do, bro.
Get a move on, Mr. Finch. This is the story of a lifetime.
Mr. Weaversbrook, I know you have more of the Ripper's letters.
I told you to stay away from me.
Stop publishing his letters. You've turned an unknown miscreant into a legend, and that's exactly what he wants.
Yeah,
Jacob!
got a good point,
Thank God
Jacob.
I found you. It's the Ripper. He's done it again.
Find out. Oh no.
Katie! Oh, he can't. No, he can't have. And Lizzie. Not both. Not in one night.
Nellie, remember what I said. Now go.
Yeah, you don't want to be the next victim. Just get her to safety.
How many more assassins must die before you see the truth?
Only one more, Jack.
You should have believed, Jacob.
Huh.
Now,
Is this the man?
I will hunt you down.
Jack the Ripper's a Templar. I'm Jack the Ripper. I don't want to be Jack the
Over
Ripper.
there, Jack. The master of
Oh, why am I him?
show himself, is he?
I am your shadow, Jacob.
Oh, I don't want to be Jack the Ripper. This is wrong. I'm telling Jacob. Can sneak as well. Any parkour? Can, but not yet. He's running.
I will gut every last one of them if that's the quickest way to you.
Okay, Jack the Ripper, tutorial, fear. Jack's terror over London is based on his use of fear. One of Jack's fear tools is the brutal takedown. Performing a brutal takedown to its bitter end will frighten any opponent witnessing it. Hold X in the same conditions as a classic assassination to start a brutal takedown. Okay, follow the instructions to complete it. Right. Let's try this. Okay, I get it. He's still going. He's like, this method of, he just,
Come on, you monster. Let's be done with this.
Run or flight.
his,
I will catch you.
the screen effect when you're chasing, it's like, it's mad. I've got to run into it, but no choice. Run through it this time. I'm chasing Jacob, which
I need only
feels
follow
odd.
your scent, the scent of a wounded animal.
Jacob's wounded.
There is nowhere you can hide from me.
The fear system. Enemies react to the Ripper's terror in 3 states: calm, anxious, and frightened. Fear actions make enemies anxious and then frightened. Okay. You can affect the enemy's fear state with fear tools. Example, the death scream and spikes. Huh. Okay. Inhale deeply. Then release a scream. Why to use Crypt Spike? Okay. Oh, that's intense. I mean, you wouldn't let him get away, but
Stop! You want me, Jack? Come and kill me! This is not our way.
identifying Jacob.
This is my way.
Jacob really is wounded. He did stop me for a second.
You cannot escape me.
Oh man, Jack the Ripper's got eagle vision. Oh no. He's got Isu DNA. And it leaves a trail. Wow. Somewhere here. Following the trail of Jacob. Track Jacob. Pray. Like, okay. He's this way. Jacob's staying grounded.
Scurry back to your hole, little mouse.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Going somewhere, Jacob.
Jack, you're sick.
Yeah, he is sick. Mentally. Like a full-on fight scene between Jacob and... I don't think Jacob's gonna make it, but look at it.
Don't you see the irony, brother?
Jack.
Only you know who the Ripper is, but you can't tell a living soul because it would destroy you and the assassins.
He was an assassin.
No, 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 no!
Jack, we can fix you.
Fix me? I am the solution.
Don't tell me Jacob died there. No way. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Jack the Ripper DLC. Is that just the start? Did he kill Jacob? 1 month later. Borough of Whitechapel. I read that back to front.
Miss Frye?
Inspector Aberline. Why exactly have you had me escorted here?
My men and I have been hunting the Ripper around the clock for months now, and we've nothing to show for it. There's nothing I can tell the public.
What's the Ripper to do with me? My brother has had me summoned here from India. Can't this wait?
As far as I know, you may be the last assassin in London.
What do you mean? Where's Jacob?
I wish I knew. Your brother is nowhere to be found, even as an elusive shadow is committing the most hideous crimes this city has ever seen.
And you believe this is no coincidence?
The killer is selective and dispassionate and has left not a single trace of his passage.
Okay.
I've seen such a talent for assassination and avoiding detection only once before. When I worked with the two of you. And that is why your brother summoned you before he disappeared.
You think Jacob is dead?
I dare not believe it. But if he is, you may be the only person who can stop the Ripper now. Follow me.
Right into a waistband now.
When are you gonna stop that monster?
I'll take you to the site where the Ripper first struck.
Okay.
Up its end!
On the way.
The journalists always seem to get the word first. We get there, they've trampled the evidence, and next day's headlines are dripping with blood. The few hundred yards between Flower and Dean Street have become so dangerous that even my best constables are afraid to patrol Whitechapel at night. Let's take a carriage, shall we? I'd rather not get egg on my face again today.
Okay.
I'll drive.
I'll drive.
What has become of this borough?
Whitechapel is a cesspool of crime, Miss Frye, where terror reigns supreme. Elsewhere, the rich get richer, but here, the poor are living on the living, fighting to survive each day. Reporters share a view of Whitechapel as a lair of savages, monsters, and werewolves who hold honest citizens in a state of terror.
The Ripper's terror.
We made it.
We are not far from where Mary Ann Nichols was murdered. I knew her as Polly. That's what her friends called her. But the woman who died here is not the woman I met a few times at the Frying Pan pub.
Okay.
Then who was she?
I was hoping you could tell me. Go see for yourself.
Into the crime scene. Let's have a look.
This is where the Ripper committed his first murder. Was Miss Nichols' body identified?
Her husband hadn't seen her in 11 years. He barely glanced at the poor, mutilated woman before he had the gall to forgive her for what she'd done to him. The press reported widely that Miss Nichols' finger bore the mark of a ring. It was forcibly removed, and the same is true for his other victims.
Wasn't a prostitute, so. So why the shock that... What is location? The victim's body was found here and her throat cut and multiple stab wounds to the abdomen. All bloodstains persist. Mary Ann Nichols' time of death 3 months ago. Multiple wounds. Ah, there's something else there. Handprint. She placed her hand here, perhaps to rest from her injuries. She may have tossed aside her ring at this moment.
What did you discover?
Give me a moment.
So she put her hand there. She fell. She crawled. And she's here. Something else on the tree. Blood splatter. Strange place for a blood stain. Something covered in blood struck the tree. A ring, perhaps? No. Too much blood to be from a ring. Reach the origin of the throw. Put LT to generate the trajectory and the right stick to move it. Assassin's ring. A ring that only sworn assassins wear.
I found Miss Nichols' ring. An assassin's ring. She must have tossed it away during the struggle. A desperate act to protect the Brotherhood. You think they were targeted?
Yes, and the newspapers are accusing the police, me, of letting the first city of the world lapse into primeval savagery. I must take my leave, Miss Frye. I have other business in Whitechapel.
Good day, Inspector. Thank you for your discretion.
Case 1. A Monster's Creed, Autumn of Terror. Nice memory. Aberline Associates. Inspector Aberline needs your help. The Ripper's terror has inspired a wave of crime. From petty thievery to copycat killings, Whitechapel has become a place of brutal savagery. You got bounty hunts, close the fight clubs, carriage of justice activities. Okay.
I'll need to tackle Jack's influence over the gangs in London.
Clearly has an influence over the gangs already. Evie feels stronger. So I definitely wanted to give you this gameplay now that Jack the Ripper's identity has been discovered. But if you want some more, you know what to do, man. See you in the next video.